Hey, it's Bianca, and today I wanted to film a video about the college I'm going to. I'm going to Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. I'm going to be a freshman, and I'm leaving in 2 weeks. And I know this is kind of the time that a lot of seniors, like incoming seniors to high school, are looking up these sort of videos about like how people got into certain schools that they want to go to, because I know that's what I did last year. And there's actually not a lot of videos online about RPI. There's not a lot of students who make videos at RPI. I found a few, but there's not many. So I kind of just wanted to film this video to give a little bit of information, put some on YouTube, because I know this is like kind of the biggest platform that people share information on right now. Maybe not the biggest, but like, this is where all the kids are. I just want to keep this video really concise and short, and I don't want to bore you with like the boring parts of the application process. So yeah, I actually applied to RPI because my brother actually just graduated from there. He was an architecture major for a year and then became a civil engineering major, and he just got his bachelor's. So I knew that the school had a really great reputation for the STEM field, and I always knew that I kind of wanted to do something in STEM, like since I was like in middle school. So I thought I would just apply. I applied to 20 schools because I'm crazy. And I would have applied to more, but they capped it at 20. So if I wanted to apply to more, I would have to use like another way, like outside of the Common App. And I wasn't about to fill out something again that was so long. Like the Common App takes forever. Like you will be using Common App for, it feels like your entire life, like during the application process, but it comes to an end, I promise. So I kept it to 20, and RPI just happened to be on the list. I really didn't think I was gonna go there because I never felt like I was gonna be that person who went to the same school as their sibling, but here I am, and it's okay. So I'm gonna be a freshman in undeclared humanities, which is like, I have no idea why I picked that as my major. I don't even like humanities. I took 2 psych classes at the community college in my town during high school. Like I would go to school till 2, I would have marching band rehearsal till 5, and then I'd have class at 6 to 10. Don't ask me why I did that. But I took 2 psych classes. I did not like them at all. My professors were cool, but I really just never connected with the subject. I was never like super into English. I like reading, but I don't know. I never thought that was like for me. But I just kind of wanted to apply to one school at least as like something different, because I applied to all my schools as a biology major, and I was like, oh, let's just throw a little spice in there. And of course I applied to like the technological engineering school as a humanities major, which was really smart on my part. I'm going to change that to chemical engineering next semester, so I'm going to spend my first semester undeclared humanities and then do Chem E. I can't do it right now because I didn't take physics in high school, which is just like so upset with myself for doing that. I avoided physics like the plague in high school. I thought it was the worst thing in the world and that I would hate it. And who knows, I might have been right, I might have been wrong because I never took it. I don't know. So I'm going to take that my first semester and other prerequisite courses, and then I'll be able to like kind of switch my major into something more compatible with what I want to learn. So my stats, this is the part that I was always excited for in like these videos. My high school graded things on a weighted scale. So honors classes were multiplied by 1.1, APs were multiplied by 1.2, and regular classes were just by 1. They stayed the same. So I have a 4.16 weighted GPA out of the 5.0 scale. I don't know how to turn it back into an unweighted GPA. You can do that if you'd like. And I don't want this video to be like, oh, I'm bragging about my grades, or like you should feel like, oh, her grades are disgusting, mine are better. I mean, you can feel that way if you'd like to, but just don't tell me. So I took 5 APs in high school. I took AP World History, AP Music Theory, AP Language and Composition, AP Literature, and AP Calculus BC. I got a 3 on all of the AP exams except for AP Calc BC. It's split into like 2 sections. So the AB section of the exam, I got a 3. The BC section, I got a 2. And that actually doesn't give you any college credit at RPI. You have to get a 4 or 5. So if you are considering going here, your AP scores can help you out a lot. My brother didn't have to take physics or calculus 1 or 2. He got to skip straight to the 3rd one, which is, I'm extremely jealous, but I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna like it. I just quickly wanted to add in something I forgot. So along with my AP classes, I took through college classes at the community college. I mentioned it earlier. I took Intro to Psych and social psychology, and I also took human anatomy and physiology. Each one of those were worth 4 credits for college because I took it out of college after school every day, and all 12 of those credits are transferring over because I maintained over a C+. So I got an A in the 2 psych classes and a C+ in the anatomy class. A lot of schools actually offer this sort of program where you can take the college classes at like your local community college either during school or after school. My school offered both. I personally wanted to be able to go to my regular high school all day and be with my friends and take regular classes, and then I just took the college classes after school, but there was the option that I could spend the first 4 periods at the college. They would provide a bus, and then I could take my last 4 classes at school. I did have to pay somewhere between $100 and $300 per class, which is actually a very low price compared to what college classes actually cost at private university or at community colleges for regular college students, because it was at a discounted price for high school students, even though we were taking the same class as the regular college students, if you know what I mean. There was a 40-year-old lady in one of my classes, a 25-year-old guy, and others, and then there were other high school students from other schools who were also there. So it's we got the regular, the real college experience, and I drove there with my boyfriend every day. There was no buses available for any after school type of programs, but if I wanted to do it during school there would have been. So I definitely recommend you look into something like that. Ask your guidance counselors about it if you're interested, because I really think it strengthened my application if you're willing to suffer through having 12 hours of schooling every day. So yeah. So I didn't do a ton of extracurriculars in high school because I was very involved in music. I spent my freshman and sophomore years thinking that I wanted to be a music teacher or a composer, something with my French horn, because that was my life. I played French horn for 8 years and I love it, but it's not going to be what I'm making a career out of. I was in band for all 4 years. I was in the marching band for 4 years. I was section leader for a year in both of those. I was in ROTC for 1 year. Trium Music Honor Society for 4 years, and I was in a few different community service programs for 1 or 2 years each. So there's 10 sections on the Common App where you can put in all your extracurriculars. I filled up all 10 with just literally anything that I've ever done in high school. Some people say that's a bad strategy, that you should only put in the ones that are super strong, but that's what I did and it's fine. So my SATs, I didn't study for the SATs at all. I wish I had. My calculus teacher was also kind of had a hand in that though, because she was like, you guys are in pre-calculus, because I took the SAT starting as a junior. She's like, y'all are in pre-calc, you don't need that, you don't need to study for the SATs, what do you mean, you guys are great. And so I didn't, but there's a lot of algebra and geometry on the SATs, and I took algebra as an 8th grader and I took geometry as a freshman, so it had been a little while since I looked at some shapes and stuff. So definitely freshen up on those skills if you are somebody who's taking calculus or stats. There are no stats or calculus on the SATs. If you're taking AP language and composition, definitely take the SATs during that time, because you'll do great in the English section, you'll do great in the essay section if you choose to take it with essay. I recommend taking it with essay because it doesn't hurt. Just kind of shows that you've done a little bit of extra, and you don't have to send in those scores if you don't want to. None of my schools required it. Maybe some of the Ivies I applied to, but I don't think it's a big deal if you don't, but it doesn't hurt you if you do. So for the first time I took it, I got a 710 on the English section and I got a 620 on the math section. The second time, both of those scores went down, and I don't remember what they are. And then the third time, my English score had still gone down 680 or 690, but my math score went up 10 points finally to 630. And on my essay section, the first time I took it and the second time I took it, I got 6, 6, and 6, because there's 3 different sections on the essay and you can get up to an 8. So I got an 18 the first 2 times, and then the last time I took it, I got 2 7s and a 4. So it still ended up being an 18, so I got an 18 on the essay section every year. Out of the schools that I applied to, as I said, I applied to 20 because I'm insane. I got into Stony Brook, Geneseo, Albany, Ithaca, Siena College, Temple University, Binghamton University. Yeah, that's it. And then I got rejected from every Ivy that I applied to: Colgate University, Boston University, NYU, and Barnard. Barnard was my top choice when I was applying, and I was super, super devastated that I didn't get in. I really wanted to go to school in the city. I live in New York. I'm going to school upstate because Rensselaer is in Troy. But, you know, you get over it. It's not the end of the world if you don't go to a school that you really thought you would like. You have to appreciate the schools that see all that you have to offer and the schools that are looking for you and advocating and fighting for you because they want you. I definitely feel like I learned a little bit of a lesson about just like being grateful and looking at all the other options that I have. If it doesn't work out, there's always other options. There's always other ways to go to other schools or whatever it is that you choose to do. So I hope this video was helpful to anybody who wanted a little bit of more information about RPI from like a student's perspective. If there's anything that I missed or any other questions that you have, definitely leave it in the comments. I love getting comments and I will definitely answer you. So yeah. Okay, bye.